Hello everyone and welcome to VEDA number 28 of 30 on the VEDA 2019 on the Yugioh channel. Today I thought, since I managed to avoid it for so long, I would talk about my Yugioh collection. And I'm going to be moving the camera around a little bit today, so apologize for that. But yeah, I've been collecting Yugioh properly now. In terms of, I've been keeping a list for at least over a year. I think 2 years now, at least. Basically what my goal has been is to collect every single card from when I was playing it as a child. So now that's actually a pretty big order, because I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since the beginning. Back in kindergarten, which was in 2002 when the game launched. And so my current goal is every card from 2004 to from 2002 to 2004, as well as all video game promos, all cards that were released in Japan before 2004 that relate to these cards, and some other ones that just have personal interest to me. Now, to give you an idea of how many cards I got, now this is a shipping box, which I recently bought a load of cards in, but this isn't what I got. And to give you an idea of the state of my collection, yeah, so not all of it has been sorted. Of course, not all of those are cards I collect. Some of those are just cards that I'm going to sell. But yeah, my collection has grown somewhat out of hand, so I'll just try and clear up some of this away. This is something I bought not too long ago. I wanted to buy the original Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie packs, but I didn't realize when he sold it to me that he actually cut the top of the pack off, which is bullshit. Like, they're supposed to be opened properly, not bloody cut off. People say, oh, it's to protect the cards and so. It's like, bullshit. If you can't open a single card pack without cutting it, then there's something wrong with you. So yeah, a lot of these cards, yeah, as I said, they just need to be sorted through. Some are going to be sold. Some, wait, I've got a first edition St. John. Oh yeah, that's a Asian English one, which is always annoying. I've collected it, managed to get myself hands on a number of Asian English cards, thinking that they were a TCG, and I don't collect Asian English because it's a different card. The sets are different. And here is currently where my main collection is at. I've actually got a small packet here of cards that I bought today from my local game traders. They do 10 cents a piece for commons, which is very handy. One place I went to before does 50 cents a piece for commons. That was a really expensive day, the day I went there, because I found a lot of stuff related. But yeah. So yeah, how it's arranged. I'm trying to also get one copy of each pack to use as a divider, and just, I'll put those in a display. We have LOB up here, and that's all LOB, and then we have Metal Raiders, and we have everything all the way along up to Ancient Sanctuary here. And then up here, I think, is, wait, that's LOD. It's just, oh yeah, this is stuff that hasn't been sorted yet, and evidently cannot fit. So yeah, and this is everything from LOB up to AST. Well, no, sorry, not AST, RDS. RDS, Rising Destruction. And the ultimate goal is eventually to, well, I kind of want to frame these all and put them on a wall. Just have a wall of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And to give you an idea of, now just in my current collecting, I did do the calculations. I've also collected all the structure decks. Actually, to show you how I work out what I need and what I don't need, if the camera can see any detail on there. Yeah, this is a spreadsheet that I made up. It's not complete yet with all the sets, but it'll do for now. And that has all the cards in their numbers, like per set. The exception is when there are very few cards left in a set. See, I'm looking here for starter deck, structure deck 2. I only need Dark Dust, Spirit, and Heavy Storm, so I wrote the names down. For starter deck Yugi, I just need Dark Magician and Reinforcements. Starter deck Yugioh Evolve, Change of Hearts and Swords of Revealing Light. I have completed my starter deck Kaiba, starter deck Pegasus, Joey, and YSD, whichever one that one was. I forget. I don't think it was Yusei starter deck. I think that was a different one. Yeah, so I'm eventually working through, and as I get them, I just cross them off, and I delete them from the list, and if I'm looking around somewhere where there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I just pull out my phone and quickly check the numbers. It's a bit of a slow process, but it does the job. But as I was saying, to give you guys an idea of how much room it would take up to display the cards that I want to collect on a wall, you see this wall behind me. So from here, so 2 meters by about 5 meters. That entire wall would be completely covered in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And, oh, what a sight to behold that will be. And the reason why... Now, I have considered collecting the GX sets. In fact, Rising Destruction almost is a GX set, you know. By this point, Gravekeepers had been introduced. A lot of cards which would go on to be used in GX, you know, they'd already come about. But I'm not collecting, and I have started acquiring some GX sets, but I'm not collecting them so far. A, because it would be a monumental task to just like go through and catalog my collection of what I already have, and B, GX really marked a very fundamental shift in the way Yu-Gi-Oh was played and the way it was designed. Before that, you could, for the most part, like some of the later sets, not so much, but indeed with the early sets, you could buy a set, you could buy a booster pack, or pretty much any booster pack, and 90%, 9 times out of 10, most of the cards in that set would be immediately usable in some way to you. Like in just an average deck. Decks were built around, not archetypes, or even necessarily strategies, but you could build them around what you had, and you, you just had like a collection. Oh, sorry, I'm starting to trail off, but like, cards, you know, it was the age of normal monsters when I started playing. The age of, you know, just a couple effect monsters, and the spells and traps, acted upon themselves, rather as like this big chain of events, which is why I ended up getting out of Yu-Gi-Oh, because it just like turns were just like all the effects was just so interlinked, and it felt like a different game. And I did keep playing for a little while in that era. I ran Gravekeepers, but it just changed the game. So yeah, I'm currently trying to collect all those cards, and I can just show you a little bit of how that collecting is going. We look back at the computer, you see on my desk we have piles of cards of various categories. You know, we got an Exodia piece there, I think. Yeah, and cards just over there. Those are some McDonald's 1 promos just casually chilling over there. We have some GX era cards in just a big pile underneath there. That's a Game Boy case. I've reviewed that on the channel before. Got a random card just sitting over here. These cards I just put there, and there's some cards over there. Don't know if you can see, just chilling on top of that white unit there near the front. I've got cards all over my friggin' bookshelf over here. And like, oh, and like, yeah, just another 2 down here for good. Oh no, more than 2 down here for good measure. Like, oh, and some more cards in a little tin. We got Matt's books. It's starting to take over the room almost as much as the video games are. And I've got plenty of older Yu-Gi-Oh books over there as well. But yeah, I really would like one day to collect those full sets. Now, I don't really care too much about condition. I've got cards in that collection that have literally been run over by cars. You can tell because, you know, if you're ever a kid and you had a car that was ran over by a car, it's pretty distinctive. You know, pretty quick that's happened. But yeah, so I don't care too much about condition. I would like to have them in decent condition, yeah. I don't care about first edition or limited edition. That's not something that really bothers me. I do care about European cards, especially and particularly with LOB. Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, because and the early starter decks, because they had different master sets and they had different card orderings within those sets. Because of course I collect by number, it can be very irritating to try and collect the Yugioh, so I don't collect those at all. And also, they're the ones that are in all the reprint sets, so that also makes it difficult. But yeah, so I just Australian sets are okay with the A prefix, but yeah, so really what I'd love to do sometime is, like, you know, when I've got all these cards, just like have a couple friends over and just like have everyone just almost do draft, where they just pick out a bunch of random cards from the earlier sets and we just play with some childhood decks. I think I have a list of cards that I'd have in my ultimate childhood deck, but yeah. And of course, this also goes towards completing the video games, which I'm doing a review of, and yeah. So I think that's all I really have to say about my Yu-Gi-Oh collecting. If you don't want to give money to my Patreon to support the channel, you know, you could always send me your old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'm sure I'll find a use for them. I do have a P.O. box, but I haven't made it public yet because I don't think anyone would want to send me anything, but yeah. So yeah, this has been a bit of a chill, so I'm just looking, I always love you looking through Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, that's a fake one. What's that doing there? Doppelganger. Yeah. But yeah, I love looking through Yu-Gi-Oh cards, especially these older ones. You know, the printing was, it's just a bit more vibrant on the old ones, you know, especially with like the stark colors you got with the cards, the very basic backgrounds, not like today's cards. Although today's cards do look very good, they're just they're different. See, as I said, this has been a bit of a chill video. I considered doing one maybe where like I showed off my most valuable Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I decided not to in the end. And this has kind of brought us to the end of the main series VEDAs, when you think about it. Tomorrow is going to be Monday, which means it's the weekly pickups video, and I've got my pickups over there. After that, it's going to be the last VEDA, so I'll just be going back on VEDA, maybe do a Q&A, but no one's really asked any questions, so what can you do? So yeah, this is really the last proper VEDA for April, and I guess I did it. I made a video every day in April. But we'll save a lot of that talk for the final episode. So yeah, let me know about your Yu-Gi-Oh collecting. I know we've got a couple of Yu-Gi-Ohs watching the episodes. Yu-Gi-Oh fans watching the VEDA episodes. Let me know, what Yu-Gi-Oh do you collect? Why do you collect it? When did you start? Did you start back in 02 like me? Or, you know, did you pick up the hobby later? What do you think of classic cards? Do you think there's no real point collecting them because they're not tournament viable? Are you the guy who only collects, you know, PSA 10 graded cards from every set? Do you send them straight off to PSA every time you open one up? I know, let me know. Let me know about Yu-Gi-Oh. I want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. I like talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually, I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. I actually picked this up the other day for $3. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Enter the Shadow Realm. This is most of the Battle City Finals, which is on here. It's Clash of the Colosseum plus Battle for the Bronze. So all I'd actually need to complete the Battle City Finals would be the one DVD set before this and the one DVD set after that. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next VEDA for the weekly pickups. I'll probably record it tonight, maybe. So if you see me in the same shirt, that's why. But yeah, thanks guys. See you next time.